What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio or its apps. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. One image and one alone channeled Caitlyn Jenner's momentous coming out, so getting it right was vital, as it was kept secret. Misdirection, subterfuge, and Gap's actual shopping were all unusual parts of the production process. Vanity Fair's fashion and style director Jessica Deal, in an interview on the magazine's website, said, "Normally we go to, Valentino or Armani, and say we are shooting a cover and ask if they can give us some clothes to borrow." She also added, "For this, I had to go into stores incognito and buy stuff. It was like Vanity Fair off the rack." The reuse wasn't only limited to high-end. She also added, "My poor office thought we were doing Barbra Streisand. I should have said Rene Russo, who I think Caitlyn looks like more anyway. We talked to no one. Literally, the people here at Vanity Fair did not know. 3 people in the fashion department knew, including me." Deal met with Jenner to talk through the shoot. Vanity Fair is a very specific look, she continued, but we also just wanted to talk about her style and life. We sort of thought that the nicest thing to do was to focus on style over fashion. Nothing too bling or too shiny. She also added that is no disrespect to the Kardashian clothing choices at all. It just that feels more comfortable to her. There was a stripped-down idea that there sort of felt like underneath all of this excitement and newsworthiness is the soul of the woman. Deal brought Jenner loads of pictures and inspiring images, from Lauren Bacall to the Thomas Crown affair to people who she thought looked amazing on the red carpet, and just vintage photographs of old Hollywood stars. A couple of Jackie Kennedys are never wrong. She said Jenner is, quote, all-American in so many ways with a fantastic physique. She has certain ideas about what she feels great in, but those ideas are still forming and taking shape. There will be some experimenting and trying things. Welcome to the world of women's fashion. And speaking of Vanity Fair, its website netted its largest ever single-day audience with over 9 million unique users clicking on the site to see its cover featuring Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, a magazine spokesperson told The Wrap. A memo sent company-wide on Tuesday touted the record-breaking numbers, which also included 13.1 million organic video views for a behind-the-scenes featurette starring Jenner and photographer Annie Leibovitz. The memo said the story was trending on Twitter within the first 10 minutes of being set live, and on Facebook within the first 2 hours. And it continues on day 2 to be number 1 on Facebook and number 3 on Twitter. Jenner also sat down for an extensive chat with Friday Night Lights author Buzz Bissinger, who penned the Vanity Fair article about the life-changing choice to transition to womanhood. She told Bissinger, "If I was lying on my deathbed and I had this secret and never ever did anything about it, I would be lying there saying, you just blew your entire life." On E's Keeping Up with the Kardashians About Bruce special, which aired earlier this year, Jenner told stepdaughter Khloe Kardashian the plan to fully transition would happen probably in the spring. The former Olympian's new life as a woman will be chronicled in an 8-part docu-series premiering in July on E! The ladies of The View were all smiles, acceptance, and praise for Caitlyn Jenner on Tuesday, 24 hours removed from her secret Vanity Fair cover release. Guest host Molly Sims kicked off the first discussion of the day. "I was so proud to be at this moment in the world, so accepting." She also added, "She looks amazing, incredible, I want the corset." Fellow guest host Raven Simone offered, "I thought she looked beautiful. She's going to give power to a lot of people in the community that need that, and she knows it, and she's working her stuff. She's a hot woman," the former That's So Raven star added. Regular co-host Rosie Perez called the former Bruce Jenner coming out cover brave, but she also wanted to show love and respect to the previous transgender pioneers, reminding viewers of the Laverne Cox Time magazine cover last year. Whoopi Goldberg told her ABC audience, "I was annoyed when Bruce looked better than me as a man, so now I'm really pissed off as hell. Caitlyn is still cuter than me. Listen, I'm thrilled for her," the Oscar winner continued. "This is something that has been part of her life, the secret of her life, and now she's free. God bless you, honey. God bless you." Ex-wife Kris Jenner is not as impressed as the rest of the world with the way she handled her very public transition. In excerpts from the groundbreaking interview with the magazine, Kris Jenner asked, "Why would you want to be married and have kids if this is what you wanted since you were a little boy? Why would you not explain this all to me?" The Keeping Up with the Kardashians matriarch still referred to Jenner as Melo and criticized the way the former Olympian handled their separation and subsequent divorce. She said, "He was married to me, and he wasn't who he wanted to be, so he was miserable. It was the most passive-aggressive thing I think." And have two daughters, Kendall and Kylie. Caitlyn also has 4 children from previous marriages: Bert, Cassandra, Casey, Brandon, and Brody. The Jenners separated in October 2013, and the divorce was made final in March 2015. In the Vanity Fair interview, Caitlyn explained when the dynamics of the relationship with Kris changed. He said, "The first 15 years I felt she needed me more because I was the breadwinner. Then really around the show when that hit and she was running this whole show and getting credit for it and she had her own money, she didn't need me as much for that standpoint. The relationship was different." But Kris says otherwise. "All I was doing was working very hard for my family so that we could all have a wonderful future, and he was pissed off." However, she admits she wasn't completely ignorant of Caitlyn's desire to become a woman and admitted that she knew she had previously undergone hormone therapy when they first met in the 1980s. She said, "There was a conversation that took place in the early 1990s, so what he was telling me happened a decade earlier, and he never really explained it." While Caitlyn says she has B-cup breasts at the time, Kris said she thought it was a, quote, man boob situation. There wasn't a gender issue. Nobody mentioned a gender issue. The future of the Huffington Post is unclear following Verizon's $4.4 billion takeover of the parent company, AOL. The deal, which was announced in May, fueled speculation that HuffPo would be spun off and sold to German media company Axel Springer. The New York Times reported Tuesday that Ariana Huffington's site is still in limbo as Verizon executives determine how to deal with it, or how comfortable she will be working with the corporation. The Huffington Post will try to grow globally and expand its video operation, the editor said in a memo to staff last week, obtaining by the Times, and added to its network of unpaid bloggers, replacing Wired service articles with original reporting, increasing comedy and lifestyle offerings, and might even make acquisitions of its own. But Ariana is not yet sure that those plans can be executed under Verizon, a source close to the situation told the Times. Recently valued at $1 billion, Huffington Post was acquired by AOL in 2011 for $315 million, having initially built its growth on aggregation. The 10-year-old site won a Pulitzer Prize for national reporting in 2012. Issues that could have caused potential clashes between the liberal site and the conservative corporation are net neutrality, the National Security Agency, mass data collection programs, and editorial independence. The deal is expected to close next Monday. AOL and Verizon executives, including Verizon Chief Executive Lowell C. McAdam, met this week to discuss a range of issues, with the future of the Huffington Post being among that top list. Iggy Azalea has opened up about the cancellation of her Great Escape tour, saying that she pulled the plug on the outing because of a, quote, creative change of heart, because she feels that mentally I've deserved a break. Fancy artist Azalea explained her decision to 17 magazine, saying that she opted out of the tour so that she could start totally anew on the creative front. She said, I've had a different creative change of heart. I want to start totally anew, and if I stay on my tour, that would mean I wouldn't be able to start working on that until after Christmas. She also added, on top of that, mentally, to be honest, I just feel I deserve a break. I've been going nonstop for the past 2 years, nearly every single day. Azalea added, emphasizing that she's not in a bad place, but that it's very emotionally draining to be on all the time and going all the time, planning all the time. It's a lot and it's tough. Azalea also complained of the dreary prospects of performing the same material ad infinitum rather than developing new songs to perform, saying that she feels like I'm at the end of an era. She also added, I can kind of wear on you too when you've been doing the same material for a really long time, even though a lot of people just discovered it. I am a musician and a creative person, and I want to be able to perform new stuff and do new things. I feel like I'm at the end of an era now, Azalea offered. To go on tour in late September and to stay in that mindset of what I envisioned for that tour, I feel like that would stifle me. While Azalea officially canceled her tour on Friday, the rap exclusively reported that the outing was in danger of being shelved in March. At the time, insiders told the Wrap that Azalea had become increasingly unresponsive, refusing to engage in promotions for the tour. Shortly thereafter, Azalea's label Def Jam Records said that the tour had been postponed. A spokesperson for Def Jam Records told Billboard at the time, to accommodate for creative team availability and tour productions, it was determined that the tour will not be ready this spring. It's important to Iggy that she delivers the show she envisioned to share with her fans, and that requires more time and development. A company owned and operated by the family of Jimi Hendrix is suing a former family member over the alleged theft of one of the late rock icon's guitars, according to court documents obtained by the Wrap. The suit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court room on Monday by Experience Hendrix, LLC, which, according to the filing, runs the merchandise, music licensing, and catalog management, among other things, of the late Purple Haze musician. Experience Hendrix claims that the ex-husband of Hendrix's sister made off with the Black Widow guitar and attempted to sell it at an auction. The complaint claims that Sheldon Reynolds, former husband of Jimi Hendrix, who also serves as Experience Hendrix CEO, wrongfully took possession of the acoustic guitar and contacted Julian's Auctions last year for help in selling the axe. According to the suit, Experience Hendrix had no idea that Reynolds had the guitar until Julian's contacted the company to verify its authenticity. The suit says that the guitar is the real deal, but it doesn't belong to Reynolds. The lawsuit reads, Defendant Reynolds claims alternatively that he obtained the Black Widow in the divorce settlement with Jimi Hendrix, or that of a friend of his who helped him retrieve his belongings from Jimi Hendrix's home, was directed by Jani's 14-year-old son to take a pile of guitars and other belongings that included the Black Widow. Now this story is true, as the Black Widow is owned by plaintiff and has never been the property of Jimi Hendrix. Alleging conversion, slander of title, and other charges, Experience Hendrix is seeking damages of at least $750,000. Music Box Films announced Tuesday the acquisition of We Are Twisted Fucking Sister, the rock documentary by filmmaker Andrew Horn that recounts the band's earliest days before they would become one of the biggest heavy metal bands of the 1980s. When Twisted Sister got their break in 1983, its aggressive sound helped sell millions of records. Meanwhile, the band's over-the-top live shows drew sellout crowds, and its music videos defined early MTV. But the band that killed disco was no overnight success. Leading up to the band's breaking out success, recounted directly by its members, managers, and biggest fans. Twisted Sister recently announced it will embark on a 40th anniversary farewell tour in 2016, featuring title 40 and Fuck It, following the unexpected death of longtime drummer AJ Pero. The new documentary premiered at the IDFA in Amsterdam and screened by Goldberg Film Festival earlier this year. Music Box Films managing partner Ed Arentz said Andrew Horn has delivered a quintessential rock documentary. It's a film that obviously speaks to twisted legions of fans, but will allow a whole new generation to experience the 70s New York City suburban rock club scene in its all sweaty, grimy, glittery glory and what it took to become its undisputed masters. Music Box Films previously released Ida, the 2015 foreign language film Oscar winner. Having acquired all North American rights, the company is planning an August release for the documentary. The deal was negotiated directly with the filmmaker by Music Box Film president William Schroff. Bob Saget says he harbors no hard feelings that Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen will not be participating in Netflix's Full House sequel, the actor said at the Entourage movie premiere on Monday. Saget told Access Hollywood about the Olsen Twins' decision to forgo the Fuller House reunion. I'm not upset that they are not returning. I'm not, because I love them and I want them to do what they want to do, and everybody should do what they want to do. Saget, who returns as family patriarch Danny Tanner, clarified that there is no bad blood between the cast and the former child stars who appeared in the popular 80s TV show as Michelle, the youngest of the Tanner clan. The actor said they love everybody. I love them. People should do what they want to do. I think people that are doing the new series are excited that they are doing it. Nobody's feeling anything but happiness that people want to see these characters again. He also said that begging the Olsens to return to the cast is like driving your family to a reunion when you don't want to see your second cousin anymore. The spinoff will follow DJ and Stephanie Tanner, played by Candace Cameron Burke and Jodie Sweetin, respectively, now all grown up with their new families. The girl's childhood friend Kimmy Gibbler, played by Andrea Barber, is slated to make an appearance, along with Lori Loughlin, Dave Coulier, and John Stamos. Full House ran on ABC from 1987 until 1995. The debate over FIFA President Sepp Blatter's announcement that he plans to resign took an unusual turn Tuesday on ESPN. During a discussion on SportsCenter about the corruption scandal surrounding soccer's governing body, veteran sportscaster Bob Ley caught fans off guard by quoting Omar Little on HBO's The Wire. Come at the king, you best not miss, Ley said in reference to Blatter's shocking announcement that he will step down just 4 days after he was reelected. Ley's homage to Omar, a notorious Baltimore stick-up man, set social media on fire, making ESPN's longest-serving broadcaster a top trend on Twitter. One Twitter user wrote, "Much respect to Bob Ley for quoting Omar from The Wire, #Boss." Another chimed in with Bob Ley, like Omar Little, knows a man's got to have a code. In an interview with The Wrap later in the day, Ley admitted he's a huge fan of the critically acclaimed series, which aired from 2002 to 2008. He said, "I devoured The Wire. I watched it 4 to 5 times just to study it. It's so well crafted. Anyone who enjoys reading books, I think, would enjoy watching The Wire." Ley dropped his Omar knowledge just as ESPN announced he had signed a long-term contract extension to remain with the network. Ley, 60, has been with ESPN since 1979 and currently hosts Outside the Lines. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. Or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio anytime you want. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all. Bye.